Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the hidden stories in the world of business. And today's story involves a little bit of a delay. We're diving into a report from PALISADE BIO Incorporated, and it is not about exciting new products or groundbreaking financial wins. Instead, it is about a meeting that couldn't quite get started. Think of it as the corporate world's version of a rain delay in baseball, but with stock prices. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, if you like getting these kinds of direct insights from company filings, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and don't forget our Discord community is linked in the description below. It is a great place to discuss these things further. So, what happened here with PALISADE BIO Incorporated? On the 26th of September of this year, they held a special meeting for their shareholders. The goal was to vote on some important company matters. But here is the twist. The meeting had to be adjourned, which is a fancy word for postponed, because there weren't enough people there or represented by proxy to officially make any decisions. You need a certain number of shares, a quorum, to get the ball rolling. And unfortunately, they didn't hit that mark. This means that the important votes that were supposed to happen at this meeting are now being pushed back. The good news is, they rescheduled it for the 10th of October. They also keeping the same record date for who gets to vote, which was back on the 28th of July. So, if you were eligible to vote before, you still are. And if you've already sent in your vote or voted in a certain way, you don't need to do anything unless you want to change your mind. Now, while this report isn't heavy on financial tables, which is usually where we find the juiciest bits, it does tell us something about the company's health and engagement. A lack of quorum at a shareholder meeting, especially a special one, can sometimes signal a few things. It could mean shareholders are disengaged, or perhaps they don't feel the proposals are important enough to take the time to vote. In the context of a biotech company like PALISADE BIO Incorporated, special meetings often involve crucial decisions about funding, mergers, or strategic direction. This particular filing doesn't give us a deep dive into their financials, but for context, PALISADE BIO Incorporated is a company focused on developing treatments for inflammatory diseases. Companies in this sector are often in a constant race for funding and shareholder support to push their research and development forward. When you see a meeting get adjourned due to a lack of quorum, it is worth keeping an eye on how the company communicates its plans and tries to re-engage its shareholders for the rescheduled meeting. The fact that they had to postpone the meeting is a bit of a black mark. Not necessarily on their science, but on their ability to rally their investors for important votes. It is like having a great product, but struggling to get people to the store. The key will be seeing if they can secure a quorum at the next meeting. If not, it might suggest deeper issues in investor confidence or communication. Looking at their registered securities, they have common stock traded on the Nasdaq Capital Market under the symbol PALI. This is standard for a publicly traded company. But the real story here isn't the stock symbol itself. It is the action, or in this case, the inaction, that led to this report. PALISADE BIO Incorporated is not currently electing to use the extended transition period for complying with new or revised financial accounting standards, which is a minor detail, but shows they are staying on top of their reporting. So, what is my take on this? PALISADE BIO Incorporated is certainly facing a hurdle with this adjourned meeting. It is not a financial crisis, per SA, based on this specific report, but it is a sign of potential disengagement from their shareholder base at a critical time. The company needs to effectively communicate the importance of the proposals up for vote and ensure shareholders feel motivated to participate. If they can successfully hold the meeting and get the votes needed on the second try, it will be a non-event. However, if they struggle again, it could raise concerns about their ability to secure broad investor support for future initiatives. The real test will be what happens on the 10th of October. Alright, that is our breakdown of this PALISADE BIO Incorporated filing. What is your take on adjourned meetings and what they might signal about investor confidence? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps the channel, and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings, and don't forget to check out the Discord community linked in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.